Today we are doing spaghetti and garlic bread, cheesy garlic bread, perhaps like you have never ever seen before. And it just might be the best spaghetti and garlic bread you have ever had. Let's find out. Now, I am borrowing this recipe from another YouTuber. His name is Cowboy Kent Rollins. Great channel. Perhaps you ought to check it out. I'm going to be tweaking his recipe just a little bit though, and maybe I can make it just a skosh better. But I tried this the other night and it seemed to work out pretty well. That's why I know I'm going to tweak it just a little bit. Let's get started. First, join me over at the cooktop. Okay, I'm going to be adding some 80-20 ground chuck. Now, while we're starting to brown that, I've already got the water boiling, so I'm going to add some noodles to it. Now, perhaps you don't break the noodles like I'm going to be doing, but kind of is going to depend on the size of the pot you're using for making it. I think for the size pot that I've got, this is going to work out best. Now, I'm making a big batch, even though it's just my wife and I tonight, because this recipe will reheat really nicely. Now be sure to add a little salt to your boiling water so that it keeps it from overboiling, and don't forget to stir from time to time. Now the ground beef is looking really nice right now, nice and brown, so I'm going to go ahead and start adding the other stuff for the sauce. Now this is where we're going to do a little bit different, and where I'm going to be doing it a little bit different from Kent Rollins. Kent made his own sauce. I want to keep things simple for everybody, so I'm going to be adding a jar of store-bought sauce. Now, I know everybody does that, and you'll notice I did not drain the ground beef. And I think in the end, that's going to be okay, and you're going to find out why here shortly. When I made this the other night, the sauce is going to come out fairly thick. Now, my wife mentioned to me the other night, she thought it needed just a little bit more oregano, so I'm going to be adding just a skosh more of oregano in here. And here's where that simple hack that I picked up from Kent comes from. Brown gravy mix, 2 packages of it. Now, I'm not quite sure what's in brown gravy mix, but I'm guessing there's probably at least a little bit of flour, because it is going to cause this sauce to kind of thicken up. And in the process, it's going to absorb a lot of that grease from the ground beef and cause it to thicken up, because that's what happens when you're making gravy. Now this is going to add, or should be adding, a little bit more beef flavor to our meat sauce. But one thing that I thought it could really use, and that's what I'm about to add right now that Kent does not, is I'm going to add a little bit of sugar to it. Now that does not necessarily mean that the sauce is going to be coming out sweet, because what the sugar can do is it can interact with the tomato sauce, or if you're making it fresh, the tomato paste, and kind of cut down on the acidity a little bit. Give this another stir. So it's not necessarily that you're going to be picking up on a sweet sauce, it's just going to smooth your sauce out. Now we're just going to let this simmer here a little bit. Going to give the noodles another stir. We're going to go over and start working on the Italian bread to turn it into garlic bread. Okay, here we are, starting out with a small bowl. Got 3/4 cup of mayonnaise. Yes, you heard me right, mayonnaise. I'm going to be adding, a couple spoonfuls minced garlic. Just a skosh of salt. Skosh of pepper. Some packaged Italian seasoning. Not the whole package. Get that blended together. Then I'm going to be spreading this on the bread. I've got a French loaf here. Now, like I say, it's just my wife and I tonight, so I don't have to make that whole loaf. Where's the butter, you say? There's no butter involved. That's one of those little hacks that I was talking about. How this is going to be a little bit different than what you're used to. Now, You may have some people that freak out because maybe they don't like mayonnaise, they think, or they would freak out because it's not butter on there. Don't tell them, and guess what? They are never gonna know. Now, normally I've got shredded mozzarella in my house. I just didn't have that today. I kind of surprised myself here, but I do have slices of mozzarella. So I'm gonna be spreading that across our cheesy garlic bread here. Put that on a baking dish because I figured that cheese just might kind of bubble over a little bit. And we're gonna be putting that into the oven at like 375 degrees for about 12 to 15 minutes. Okay, the sauce is looking terrific. As you can see, there's not a lot of extra liquid on the top from that grease. With Italian food, I find that it's even better generally the day after when you reheat it. We made a big batch when we tried this earlier in the week, and we had enough to reheat it, and that's what I discovered. Put a little noodles on there, put the sauce on top, microwaved it all for about 2 minutes, came out perfect. And I mean, I think it tasted even better than fresh. I find the same thing with lasagna. Lasagna is always better the second day. So I'm just gonna let this simmer a little bit while we're waiting for the noodles to drain and the garlic bread to come out of the oven. Got the pasta dished up, put some sauce on top of that, Parmesan to sprinkle on top of that. This is looking terrific. That's what that's looking like. That's what the bread is looking like. And how's it taste? You don't taste anything funky. It's not a funny taste because of that gravy in there. It's just a beefier taste. Let me get just the sauce. Yeah, it just tastes beefier. It's a little bit thicker, which I think will actually make it probably neater to eat. It's not gonna splash all over the place like typical sauce does. So, what about the garlic toast? Can you really notice the difference between having mayonnaise on there and butter on there? I don't think anybody will. It spreads extremely nicely, very flavorful. It does not have an overpowering mayo taste to it. It's just a good, clean garlic bread, cheesy garlic bread taste. That is very, very good. You've probably never tried them before this last week. I'd never tried these before. It's worth trying. If you're liking the video, hit the like button down below, maybe the subscription button. If you're on a mobile phone, maybe hit that hype button down below. And please leave me comments. I love the comments. So until next week, bye-bye.